The cost of living in Rockville, Maryland may shock you. Wait until the end to get the inside scoop so that you do not miscalculate whether or not you can afford to live in Rockville, Maryland. Hi, I am Khadine Fisher, your local realtor in Rockville, Maryland and Montgomery County, Maryland. If you ever decide to buy, sell, invest, or relocate to Rockville or Montgomery County, please reach out to me. I would love to help you. Let's take a look at the data on payscale.com. Here, let's take a look at the cost of living in Rockville, Maryland. If we scroll down, we can see that the cost of living in Rockville, Maryland by expense category, overall, it's 45% higher than the national average. In terms of housing, it's 140% higher, utilities, 10% higher, groceries, 9% higher, transportation, 5% higher. Here at the top, it shows the 45% higher than national average, and the same information that we just saw below. Just to give you an example, if you are moving from Austin, Texas, and you are moving to Rockville, Maryland, let's say you are earning an annual salary of $85,000 in Austin, you would need to make $122,202 in Rockville in order to maintain your current standard of living. So just to give you an idea. And then in terms of housing, utilities, and transportation, here where it shows the median home price is like a little over $1 million, this median would be probably for properties in Rockville that are much closer to Bethesda, Maryland and Potomac, Maryland. But if you were to go away from Bethesda and Potomac, you could find a home with median home price of about $650,000. For median rent, it also goes from $2,500 up to $3,300. Energy bill, yes, it's roughly this, $194. Phone bill, plus or minus. Gas prices right now at the time of this video, and this is for regular gas, is between $2.99 to $3.19, and that's only for regular gas. In terms of food and grocery, a loaf of bread, roughly $4.23, a gallon of milk $2.65, eggs $2.45, bananas $3.66, etc. So this is the average. And just bear in mind that the chart right here, groceries are 9% higher than the national average. Healthcare is actually really, really good in Rockville. We're actually ranked, I'm not sure if they redid the ranking, but the last time I checked, we're actually ranked number 5 in the nation for best healthcare in the country. And in terms of cost of healthcare in the country, we were actually ranked number 1 for having lower cost in terms of healthcare. That's pretty good. And now let's take a look at the data on bestplaces.net. 100%, that's the index that's being used for this. Here, cost of living in Rockville is actually 138.5, which is higher than Maryland and higher than the United States. For groceries, they are actually higher than Maryland and then the United States. For healthcare, which is something I mentioned previously in this video, they are actually lower. With 86.8, they are lower than the national average, which is at 100, and they're pretty close to the state of Maryland. Housing, which is the most expensive in this area, they are definitely well above the national average, as you can see here at 203.5. Median home cost. So this 564,900 number, this number probably includes condos, townhomes, as well as it's probably further away from Potomac and Bethesda because the prices actually decrease the further away you move. You're still in Rockville, but the further away you move from Bethesda and Potomac, the price will go down somewhat. So this median home cost is probably in Rockville, but closer to Gaithersburg, closer to Germantown, etc. Utilities in Rockville, it's above Maryland as well as the national average. Same for transportation and the same for some other miscellaneous. Now that we've looked at the data from bestplaces.net and payscale.com, let's talk about transportation. Transportation in Rockville, Maryland is very, very affordable. Here in Rockville, Maryland, we actually have the Metro, which takes you into Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia, and all over Maryland. In Rockville, we actually have 3 different Metro stops, and they're all on the Red Line. We have the Twin Brook Metro Station, the Rockville Metro Station, and the North Bethesda Metro Station. You could go to wmata.com and you could get an idea of what the fees are like, but it's super affordable. In addition to the Metro, we also have the MARC trains. You can also take the MARC trains depending on where you're leaving from and where you're going to, because the MARC train is on a particular line, so it would only be beneficial to take the MARC train if you'll be going to a location that's close to where the MARC train would stop. And we also have public buses. And for those of you who drive, we have I-95, I-495, I-270, and the ICC. So there are plenty of options when it comes to transportation, and they're all very, very affordable. In this video, we've covered a lot. We discussed housing, groceries, gas prices, healthcare, median home prices, utilities, transportation, etc. If you would like more detailed information on anything mentioned in this video, please leave me a comment in this video and I'll be able to provide a more detailed breakdown of that specific thing for you. You can balance those expenses out with our free museums, free parks, free city events, etc. And this concludes the cost of living in Rockville, Maryland. Are you considering moving here? If so, please contact me. I would love to help you. Hi, I'm Khadine Fisher, your local realtor in Rockville, Maryland, and Montgomery County, Maryland. If you decide to buy, sell, invest, or relocate to Rockville, Maryland, or any of the cities that are nearby, please do contact me. My contact information is in the description below. Thank you.